I know, it's been a
Yeah.
little
It's
cloudy.
yeah, very, very cloudy.
Yes.
But at least we were receiving some fresh
We
snow.
were. It was
and
nice.
we're getting quite a bit and more tonight. So that's some good news.
It
and
is.
I'm
Although
sure.
I'm curious how like one day has a high that's like higher than the day before, but the low
Yeah.
is lower, so the span is greater.
Right.
Like, how does that work?
It's very interesting,
That's
especially
why I'm
today
not a
when we're above,
meteorologist.
where we're going to be above freezing today, and then
Right.
we're still talking about a lot of snow.
And 70-mile-an-hour
Go figure.
gusts.
Yeah, it's
What's
a weird
tropical
day.
storm? Like winds?
Oh, it is right
we're-
around
we're
there.
getting
Yeah, we're pretty
close.
much approaching that. I think it's
Not so
75
tropical,
miles
but
per hour.
yeah.
Exactly, for those kind of, before it becomes hurricanes right up there. So that's a good call right there.
Right.
Anyway, this is Aaron. We digress. Of
Yes.
Red Buffalo Cafe in Silverthorne. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you always are so great about bringing a drink in. Let's start off with some of your beverages that you can find at the Red Buffalo Cafe.
Well, Red Buffalo Cafe, we really specialize in your favorite drink. So if
Yeah.
you want to come in and you want to get just a double espresso and you really want to make sure it's pulled right, or if you want to get, you don't drink coffee and you want to get into some really nice loose leaf teas. Tea no longer is the I don't drink coffee alternative. Tea can really be something fun and flavorful and full of body that you typically think that stuff in a tea bag is missing. And since our stuff isn't in a tea bag, it's all loose leaf, you can really get some fun choices.
Where do you get your teas from?
We have a supplier who does all the importing and blending for us. And then actually a couple different ones. So it kind of depends on which one. But I'm happy to tell you, like a lot of teas are actually named by region that they're grown. So
Okay.
the Formosa oolong is from Taiwan. The Wuyu oolong is from Western China. And so all those sort of things, names really do a lot for where teas are grown and where they're from.
Sure.
You know, you have a Darjeeling, which is from kind of northeast India, and then Assam, which is from down low, and then you have yeah, they're all
teas
over.
of all over the
where
world.
they're named.
Yeah.
Like the names that they have is kind of indicative of their region.
Great.
Sometimes it's not. You can call a tea like a silver monkey picked something or other and have
Okay.
no idea where it's from.
Okay.
You can. There's no nomenclature for naming these things, but there is kind of in it.
Yeah.
In some of the straight blends.
But regardless, all your teas are from all over the world.
Yes.
And gives variety. So why is that kind of important? Because teas, if they come from a certain region, they're going to vary in how
And how they taste. And
yeah.
then tea and coffee are very much alike, where the region
Okay.
that they're grown is going to have a lot to do with the properties of how they end up tasting.
Interesting.
The second step is how they're, with coffee, how it's roasted, and with tea, how it's processed.
Okay.
The difference between a green tea, a black tea, and a white tea are all going to be in oolongs, or how they're processed. Think of it like the roasting process with
Right.
coffee. You can roast dark or light. With tea, it's called oxidization. You can do it light or dark. And so
Okay.
no oxidization is your white teas, your green teas, and then full oxidization is your black teas. And so that range. So again, you have your where it's grown by region, how it's processed, roasting or oxidizing, and then how it's brewed. So you have
Interesting.
kind of those three steps. It's really fun, and I think people are really starting to get aware of the
Right.
seed to cup process, and why prices can change, or why they should change a little bit more than they actually do, and that it's not just, fill up your cup and that's it. There's a whole line of command, and coffee and tea are some of the few industries left that you actually have to hand pick. Everything is still done by hand
Oh, wow.
all the way through the process.
That's amazing. Yeah, a lot of variables in place
Yeah,
there.
these
Now,
are
we-
our roasters right
Okay.
here. This is Silver Canyon, one of our coffee roasters that we go through, and that's Gene, the owner of it, and he's one of the head roasters. His son's
Cool.
coming up underneath him, and it's
Nice.
really fun. We have this 80 by 80 rule. 80% of our products come from a 80-mile radius. Our milk that we use in the lattes is from Colorado dairies. Our coffee's from Silver Canyon roasters, and all sorts of stuff that we really try to keep within Colorado.
Yeah. Well, and that also, though, is a big testament to how quality is brought into your shop, and when you get something like a
Mocha latte,
that you know that you're going to be tasting a lot of the flavors that are going in there, and nothing that's nothing artificial going into your beverages.
No, we
Everything
really
is-
try to keep it top notch. I mean, we use Ghirardelli chocolate,
Oh, which is amazing.
which
Yeah,
I don't
tastes
think
so
you could
good.
use any no offense to anyone from Pennsylvania, but Ghirardelli outperforms Hershey any
Yeah.
day in a latte.
It is pretty excellent, and I've had a couple of your beverages featuring
Yes.
that chocolate, and you can just really taste the richness of it, but without it being overpowering. You're not going to lose some of the coffee notes
Well,
that are
we
in
like
there.
our espresso.
Yeah,
We want things
definitely.
to
You want-
complement
It
it,
is a
not
good
hide it.
flavor. It's not just for the energy pick-me-up.
Exactly.
So we were talking about all the beverages that you can get, the coffees and the teas, and what makes everything brings in that quality. But how about the atmosphere what makes Red Buffalo so
I
so great?
really like it to have you come in and just have it feel homely to you and welcoming. I've been traveling a lot for other stuff and picking out, okay, I'm going to go to these coffee places to have a shot of espresso before my meetings. And some of them are just really not inviting. You feel
right.
like, oh, I'm intruding on your space. I'm sorry.
Right.
Let me get my coffee and go. No, I want you to stay and hang out and use our wireless internet. And we'll have people who hang out for hours.
Yeah,
And I
get
mean
some
like
work
6
done,
to
yeah.
8 hours. And we're open 6:30 to 5:30. And there are people who will capitalize on most of that. And it's great. I love seeing them in there and having
Yeah.
conversations. And, when the highway's backing up like it did yesterday for a little bit, we just had some people wait it out.
Right. Which is always a good option because
Yes.
talk about the location, why that is an actual option for people.
Well, we're just a quarter mile north of the I-70 Silverthorne interstate exit, right where it really starts to get
Right, where
heavy.
also oftentimes a snowstorm can be closed, or where the interstate can be closed
Yes,
due to a snowstorm.
absolutely. It's just like a quarter of a mile just north of that, and we're right next to the Summit Stage transfer station.
Right.
I know you guys have those guys on soon. They're going to
Yep.
tell you more about that. I know people ask, where is that? I'm like, it's across the street. We're right next to outlets at Silverthorne
Yeah.
for their shopping. We're right across the bridge from the Silverthorne Rec Center and Rainbow Park. So there's so many fun things
Also
going
right
on.
on the Blue River. So even in the winter
are.
and in the summer, of course, the river is such a nice place to a good atmosphere to relax at.
It is, and it's supposed to be
appreciate the
beautiful
river.
coming up later in the week.
bet.
So,
Yeah, it
and
will
you know,
be.
I do occasionally get around to shoveling our back patio,
Right.
which, as you mentioned, is right on the river.
Oh yeah, you're right there.
So you can really just take your hot chocolate out, go and relax. People are still fishing. It's still fun
Yeah,
to watch.
I can imagine. I bet
Our
the
neighbors
fishing's
are
pretty good.
cutthroat anglers, so you can see that's from inside on a really snowy day. You can see the river's right there. There's
It's
a bench
right
right there.
there.
The patio's there. I was getting ready to shovel. I haven't quite done that one yet. but-
Right after the photo was taken. I'm
Right.
sure
Well,
you
I wanted
shoveled it up.
to highlight how much snow there was.
That's right, of course. Well, again, the location is top notch. The quality is top notch, and not even just with the beverages, but with some of your food. So tell me about some of the pastries and lunch
Yeah, we
options.
carry lots of fun pastry options. We get bagels from Di's Mountain Bagel. She's a Breckenridge business. We get those delivered every morning, and they're
Great.
really good too.
Yeah.
She has a new sea salt bagel
Oh.
that I'm in love with, but I love salt, so
Yeah.
if you're on a salt diet, then
There
maybe
you
not. We also carry breakfast burritos. We have sandwiches from Peak Provisions, who are our neighbors in the Silverthorne Town Center shopping center. So kind of everything to get you from breakfast to lunch, and really good grab and go snacks too. If you
Now I can understand why someone's hanging out for 8 hours.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
They
like
can
you have no
transition from the
reason to
breakfast
really
lunch
leave.
There is no reason.
No, until dinner. Which I want to give a quick plug to our
Okay.
shout out. Baker's Brewery is going to be opening this
That's
weekend.
right. I know it.
They're
They're doing a
our
soft
good
opening.
business-
I've heard even tomorrow.
Soft
so-
opening. We're going to
Yeah,
that one, and then
nice.
they have their official opening this weekend. I just want to, Silverthorne businesses, whether you're small
Yeah.
businesses, you really want to support each other and go out to the little ones. And Baker's Brewery has been plugging away and really been a big hype for
Yeah.
a little while now, and they're opening this weekend. Right. Just you can see them from the Silverthorne
Yeah,
Interstate
the
exit.
old
You can-
Village Inn
the old Village Inn. I
location.
know, but we can't give directions for new people that way
I know
anymore.
it's a little tough. That's true.
I'd be like, yeah, you'll turn where Eddie Bears used to be, although that got torn down like 10 years ago, and now it's, yeah.
It's there. You can
It's
see
there.
it from the interstate.
You can.
It says brewery.
But they're
Won't
opening
miss
this
it.
weekend, and they're going to have great handcrafted brews, and
That's-
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, and that's a great plug. Aaron, you do such a great job of staying involved in the community and doing your part. And that's what coffee shops are in a big way really meant to do. And
They really
is,
are.
Help drive community. And,
And
you do
yeah,
an excellent job with that.
I like to say we're a community-oriented coffee shop. So however that is in Silverthorne, we want to help out.
So stop on in or visit them on Facebook as well to find out some other activities that are going on. Live music is coming into the shop, so you can look up their Facebook or website. And real quick, the website is
RedBuffaloCafe.com.
you
That's
go.
our, handle for Facebook is Red Buffalo Cafe. Instagram is Red Buffalo Cafe.
Perfect.
So you can.
or stop on in and get
Yes.
that morning or afternoon pick me up. And I'm excited about this. Mocha.
Mocha latte. So
Mocha
it's like a
latte.
hot
It's
chocolate
easy.
that just got
I'm
like
missing
even
the
better.
yeah. I was going to say like cappuccino. And that's
I
not
could
it.
make it a
Mocha latte.
cappuccino if you wanted.
Well, this is exactly specializing in your favorite
Yes.
drinks, Red Buffalo Cafe. We're gonna be back with more Summit Sunrise. You guys stick around. We still have another look at your Summit weather and also to catch up with some of the folks of the Summit stage and talking about how you can get around town for free. That's right, free, and also dining guide watch win Silicon giving away some dining trade. And yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with more. Stick around.